diving into the Cambridge IGCSE music listening paper. We are looking at yet another musical example today. I have previously made 2 videos on musical extracts, so please go ahead and check that out. Today we are deep diving into the November 2024 paper 1 2-pass paper. We're looking at music A1 today, or section A1, counts 8 marks. We're dealing with musicals. So when I think of musicals, I think about they're probably going to give me a 32-bar song from something. They're going to give me, which is ABA something. So, well, let's just dive into our questions and then we will listen to the extract. So it does say you will hear an extract for voices and instruments. We do expect that with musicals. Of course, when you first read this, we don't know that we're dealing with musicals. But we have English words printed. They ask us how many beats are there in each bar. They ask of us which of the following best describes the structure of the vocal sections. Then on the next page, they ask us compare the lines of the music in 9 to 12 with lines 5 to 8 and then describe the main differences. Then what type of piece is this? Is it a chorus, a musical, an oratorio, or a waltz? And then it says give 2 reasons for your answer, but please do not refer to the lyrics. Okay, so we'll try and do that. So let's take a listen and then we'll answer our questions.
Now listen to music A1 and answer the questions. From this moment on, you for me, dear. Only two for from this moment on, from this happy day, no more blue songs. Only whoop-de-doo songs. From this moment on, for you got the love I need so much. Got the skin I love to touch. Got the arms to hold me tight. Got the sweet lips to kiss me goodnight. From this moment on, you and I, babe, we'll be riding high, babe. Every care is gone. From this moment on.
Yay! Beautiful extract. So anyone that lives in this world and has been cultured in the 21st century can hear that this is a musical piece. Okay, even if you were born in the 20th century, you would know this. And very beautiful extract we have there. Okay, so definitely we can go ahead from the back. We can identify this definitely as Cambridge's genre of 20th century music or modern music. And yeah, we're looking at the subgenre of musicals today. So it says what type of piece is this in question 4a. We can go ahead and take musical, and then we can already give out 2 reasons for our answer. We definitely have a mixture of traditional orchestral instruments mixed with drum kit, for instance. So that's a beautiful type of musical orchestration going on there. We definitely have the 32-bar song structure here, very telling of musical extracts. Then we also have syncopation, which is a very characteristic rhythmic element of musical songs. We also have jazz influence here, like the clarinet, and the muted brass in the instrumental sections. And we also have a very distinctive legato type writing for the strings. And they're very much in unison there. So any of those 2 facts will give you 2 marks there. I personally would go with the 32-bar song structure and the mix of traditional orchestral instruments with, for instance, drum kit as my 2 answers there. Keep it as simple as that. Then, if we go back to question 1, how many beats are there in a bar? We can definitely hear that it's either 2 or 4 beats. I would say 4, but they would give you a mark for 2 as well, because sometimes it is quite hard to identify without sheet music or without hearing everything in its full-on context, and 2 and 4 can sound very similar. Okay, and then which of the following best describes the structure of the vocal sections? We have to tick, and that's definitely AABA. So now we'll listen once more to the extract and then we'll answer question 3, which is comparing the lines of 9 to 12 with 5 to 8 musically and just saying what are the differences. So no similarities here, but differences, okay? And I know we're just hitting this in 2 listenings. You of course have 4 official listenings in the actual exam, so don't think there you need to rush. But But it is good just to get the easier things out of the way first so that you can spend time on the more complex questions. So for instance, here, question 3. If you really need 3 listenings to answer question 3, do so. Or if you need the last 2 just to solidify your answers, do so. Feel free to take your time, of course, within the space of the 4 listenings. But let's go ahead and listen, and then we will answer our final question.
Music A1, second playing.
From this moment on, you for me, dear. Only two for From this moment on, from this happy day, no more blue songs. Only whoop-de-doo songs. From this moment on, for you got the love I need so much. Got the skin I love to touch. Got the arms to hold me tight. Got the sweet lips to kiss me goodnight. From this moment on, you and I, babe, we'll be riding high, babe. Every care is gone. From this moment on.
There we go. So let's answer that final question. So of course we zoomed in and listened closely to lines 5 to 8 and then 9 to 12. So it's basically the second and third stanza of lyrics that they give us. And now we can compare the music of those lines or stanzas with one another, and we are going to describe the main differences. There's definitely a rising and falling shape or contour in that first stanza they ask us to look at. So lines 5 to 8. And this is not so in the second one. So we can say in lines 9 to 12, each line mainly consists of a single repeated pitch, whereas in lines 5 to 8, there is a rising and falling in pitches. Then something very simple, only the male voice here, the male soloist, sings in lines 9 to 12. The melody is also then doubled, because we have the female voice with us, it's doubled by an octave in lines 5 to 8, but it's not so in 9 to 12, of course. And then the texture of 9 to 12 is much thinner, it is also quieter, and there are fewer instruments playing along with the voice there. So any of those 3 will get you your 3 marks there, and that ties it up for this musical section, section A1 from November 2024, paper 1-2. So I hope that does help you with your preparation regarding musicals for your IGCSE music listening paper.